I am your host Deepali, and here we have today Vyoma and Ojas with us.
Hello, Deepali.
Hi Deepali.
How are you guys doing?
Good. How are you?
I am good too, yeah. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. How has been the lockdown for you guys?
The lockdown was great. 4 महीनों तक घर में ही रहे थे और घर से निकले ही नहीं बिल्कुल. लेकिन उन 4 महीनों में घर पे भी बहुत कुछ काम कर लिया. डबिंग है, वॉइस ओवर्स हैं करके, जैसे तैसे. हाँ, लाइव सेशंस, आई थिंक 83-84 लाइव सेशंस हमने किए.
84 live sessions. Guys, that's some number.
Of which I think only 3 of them were worthwhile in terms of the questions prepared by the interviewers.
So what was your experience?
Same thing, I think. Same live streams. That was a good time pass. And plus video calling friends, That was very good thing. That, everybody was available to talk. Every few days we'd be like, chalo na, bahut time ho gaya, baatein karte hain. But I did a lot of meditation and a lot of sketching, things like that.
Correct. I just want to know, how did it change you as a person, the whole lockdown?
I think it just taught me to kind of not stress about life too much.
मुझे पता चला मेरे बाग में, बगीचे में कितने पौधे हैं. तो 52 हैं वो पता चला. बट आई थिंक कुछ चीज़ें जो रोज़ाना ज़िंदगी में नहीं करते, उनसे रूबरू होना थोड़ा सा मुश्किल था. तो वी डिडंट रियली नो कि कितने कपड़ों वर्सेस हाउ मच डिटर्जेंट.
ये पता चल गया कितना नहीं डालना है.
या जी.
All right, so coming back to the topic, you guys are coming up with a web show. So please tell me something about that, and how was it to work together? I think this is for the first time.
Would you like to start?
No, go ahead. अरे दर वक्त, अरे यार, ये हमेशा ये बंदूक मेरे कंधों पे रख देती है.
मतलब ऐसे चश्मा निकल गया, पता नहीं क्या बोलना होगा उसको. भाई बोल लो फिर. पर मैं यहीं पे बैठी हूँ.
और मुझे घर भी जाना है.
I'm joking, but it was a lot of fun.
Not on a stretcher.
And alive, yes, not on a stretcher. बहुत ही हिंसक कलाकार हैं.
Only when it comes to acting, okay? Yeah. I attack with my acting. That's what he means to say, of course.
Right.
Elaborate.
It was a project in the unlock phase, and it was just the states were unlocking at that time. Gujarat and Maharashtra both were unlocking at that time, and I was in Mumbai, she was in Hyderabad, and अहमदाबाद से फ़ोन आया कि हम ये ऐसे कास्टिंग कर रहे हैं. तो मैंने कहा कि ठीक है, और पढ़ी मैंने स्टोरी. तो पढ़ने के बाद ऐसा लगा कि नहीं, दिस हैज़ अ लॉट ऑफ प्रॉमिस इन इट. उस सीरीज़ में एक हल्की फुल्की कहानी है, और हालांकि कपल की कहानी है, बट बहुत ही अलग थी, इसलिए मुझे करने का मन भी हुआ.
There was a lot of fun and मज़ा आया. फ्रेश पेयरिंग थी, and yeah, we had met a couple of times, पर कभी साथ में ऐसे काम नहीं किया था.
That laugh had something.
I have a lot of laughs like that. Should I start?
Already.
नहीं, पर स्टोरी में सिर्फ हम दोनों ही हैं. That's why I was more intrigued कि only 2 characters, then how interesting would it be? Would it not be boring? Then would it not become monotonous? But luckily it didn't, and the director also was quite open to our inputs, and we were all having a healthy discussion. So everyone's efforts and inputs were appreciated. That's why we had fun, I guess, and nice locations also.
What is the whole story behind the show? Like, can we have a gist of it and we would get to know?
आशा प्रोडक्शंस की ये वेब सीरीज है, और हिरेंदोशी प्रियल जी, these were the 2 people who kind of conceived it on the floor and executed it also. कहानी बहुत रिवील न करते हुए इतना बता सकते हैं कि it's a young couple that was not meant to be in the beginning. When you see them, they're paired up, as in when you would see a lot of people of our ages, पेरेंट्स ने बोल दिया, या मेनली फैमिली प्रेशर की वजह से एक मुलाकात होती है उनकी. लेकिन उस एक मुलाकात के बाद क्या वो दोबारा मिलेंगे? हर एपिसोड के एंड में एक व्यूअर के लिए एक कशिश रह जाती है कि क्या ये मिलेंगे, नहीं मिलेंगे, मिलेंगे, नहीं मिलेंगे. बट वो मिलते हैं, और एंड में क्या होता है ये तो मैं ऑब्वियसली नहीं बताऊंगा, लेकिन एक बहुत ही बढ़िया कहानी है जिसमें कहीं ना कहीं दोनों के कैरेक्टर्स को बहुत ही रिलेट कर पाएंगे लोग. That's what I feel. It is something unique about it.
Correct, but how was it to work with each other for the first time? How was the whole experience?
I, as a person, am very extroverted to begin with. So I usually gel quite well with anybody I meet. You get that?
No, yeah,
Pani apu?
no, I'm good.
Nah, okay, you talk.
No, go ahead.
I'm done.
No, go ahead.
I'm done.
I am
now.
sorry.
You are what?
No, go ahead.
You are what?
I am sorry there.
Hurt that ego more.
अरे कुछ बचा ही नहीं है उसमें से, अब तार कर दिया है उस ईगो को.
नहीं, पर मतलब अगर ऐसे ही करना है तो फिर क्यों बोलूं मैं ना.
नहीं बोलिए.
खांसी बीच में आएगी तो
नहीं आएगी.
आप खांस लीजिए.
Yeah, Ojas was actually excellent to work with because, see, like I said, if I have something in my mind, I should be able to communicate it to my co-star, and he was very much open to that, and he gave me that space to breathe. And if I was uncomfortable somewhere, I could talk it out with him or the director. So, mane maja aati thi, and it was very easy, I guess. It didn't feel like work. It felt like a little picnic after the lockdown, and which was very, very refreshing and needed for me. So I had a blast working with Ojas, and I'm actually dying to work with him again.
She's dying.
Yes. Look at her. Jesus Christ.
God, I'm honestly saying.
So what
has
is it
all eyes
like?
and
I know.
noses.
Shitting bricks right here. But what is it to work with? What's your name? Vyoma. Is that
You're not going back home.
I'm not. I know. But let your show be the one.
But look at the audacity, like still, despite of knowing it.
Audacity is because that's it. This is what is happening.
No, Deepali. See, to put it very briefly, many a times in many interviews I've been asked, who has been your favorite actress or co-star to work with? Up until this series, I used to give diplomatic answers. Not after this one.
अच्छे से दिखाओ ना हार्ट.
ये कौन सा मतलब कोरोना affected heart? She's a phenomenal actress. Somebody, क्या होता है? See, beauty, brains, but I think what is prized more is wit. और वो wit अगर किसी में है,
she's a companion in that if you have the same kind of sense of humor.
Goodness. That wit is to die for, and as an actress तो वो बहुत ही होनहार हैं. So even if it may hurt you.
Oh my goodness, he just cannot praise you straight, can he?
And क्या है कि to have somebody, especially in the genre of comedy, क्या होता है? Out of all the Navarasas, I think comedy is the easiest to connect to somebody. और वो शायद ही कोई ऐसा इंटरव्यू होगा जिसमें कहीं लाफ्टर ना आया हो वगैरह. In fact, even on your show. But to connect with somebody in humor is delectable, and that is something that connect is.
He isn't stopping.
ये आता नहीं है usually.
He isn't stopping you, Vyoma.
No, he's a great human being. He's a great person, and he's a great co-star. Anyone would be lucky to have him on set.
Thanks.
She's like, thanks.
मुझे इतना ही दिया गया था चेक में, सो इतने में बोल.
कहाँ से मिला था चेक by the way? Okay, so how do you like the industry in the direction right nowadays? And something about your experiences with while working with your co-stars and various co-stars.
See, Gujarati film industry has seen a revolutionary change in the past decade or so, which was seen maybe in the Marathi industry a few years earlier. The fact that we are able to sustain that kind of a revolution in Gujarati cinema, और वो खुशी होती है कि ऐसे ऐसे टॉपिक्स, ऐसी ऐसी फिल्में just not just comedy, but they're experimenting with different scripts. They're experimenting with different techniques. You see different cameras. You see different people coming in from Bollywood, जो गुजराती इंडस्ट्री में आ चुके हैं.
Bollywood, Tollywood, all kinds.
हाँ, वहाँ से आकर गुजराती इंडस्ट्री में भी काम करते हैं. You see a lot of people from Mumbai, a lot of people from Bengal, Odisha coming into the tech, departments of the crew.
I think that regional line is blurring.
It's blurring, yeah. और वो बहुत ही अच्छी बात है. It's a good time to be a part of the industry and art extravaganza that comes together. It's fun.
Yeah, I think I agree with him totally. And see, there was a time just before the lockdown or a few months before the lockdown where a lot of films were coming up and a lot of films were just releasing. But I guess after lockdown, I've heard a few things and I know a few friends of mine who are doing a few things that are actually so good. I guess people finally kind of got that chance to sit down and think as to which direction they want their craft to move into. So I think उसकी वजह से अभी जो films release होंगी वो शायद बहुत अच्छी होने वाली है and I'm looking forward to that. So I guess content has become the prime focus after this whole lockdown thing, I guess. And it was before also, but I guess now more and more people are getting into it. So I'm looking forward to something great.
So when you guys talk about your films, matlab, when you sign your films or whatsoever happens, so how and what are the factors or the parameters that you check first before signing a film? What are those parameters that you guys first? No, I said 5 of them. 5 parameters.
5 parameters.
Except money.
Except payment. I was like, payment.
And right time पे.
And right time. Oh, good God. Oh my God. शायद ही कोई ऐसा कलाकार होगा जिसका पैसा मार्केट में.
मैंने दुखती रग पे हाथ रखा है.
बहुत वो. खैर चलो पेमेंट छोड़ के 5 बोलने हैं.
So I think first thing I look for is the story, and how story, screenplay, how smooth it is. Second thing I would see is my character and how significant it is for the story, and how much do I have to perform in it. मतलब performance का scope है नहीं है, सिर्फ ऐसे ही खड़े रहना है. हाँ ऐसे. So those are how many? 4, 3. 3. Story, screenplay, significance of, and of course the production house and who's the director.
Correct. Nice.
It's pretty much the same thing.
So how do you think the future or the scope of the Gujarati web shows on OTT platforms, the kind of space they're getting and kind of popularity should gain, just like the films? Is it going to be a parallel struggle for films, Gujarati films and OTT, or how?
I think OTT is a different realm altogether. ये तो आखी struggle ज अलग थवानी छे कारण के it's right from like where the film started. It's still budding. Looking at something like our web series, I would be intrigued to watch something like that, even if it's just this much, So थोड़ा करके अगर आगे बढ़ता है, तो I guess in the next couple of years, it'll be like a revolutionary thing for Gujarati cinema and artists, most importantly, that so many people would get opportunities, if a whole different realm opens up. Everybody would have jobs, everybody would have money, So I guess that's one positive thing that I would want it to happen.
And as you said, whether OTT is better, I don't know if OTT is going to be better, but I do know that OTT is going to be more, a lot more than mainstream cinema. क्योंकि OTT का जो खेल है, specifically because you mentioned Gujarati, तो गुजराती वेब सीरीज का जो खेल है, 10 दिनों में approximately on an average खत्म की जा सकती है एक गुजराती वेब सीरीज या वेब फिल्म या जो भी है. And then you can sell it off to a various number of platforms. Your options are wide. If I and my family can watch something on this in the comfort of my bedroom, in the comfort of my living room, then why not? If Papa wants to watch something, he can watch it on his and pause it whenever you want to.
That's the most important thing.
Take it backward or
forward. Or forward. Or you can watch it on a television. और क्या होता है इसमें? Yes, cinematographers जो DOPs होते हैं और actors होते हैं वो सोचते हैं कि नहीं हमें तो भाई उस पे दिखाना है अपना हुनर. लेकिन अब जो है यही है. In OTT, the biggest challenge will be whether you can keep your audience member glued to the screen.
But do you like the kind of stories that are being made right now for web shows?
I haven't seen much of the web content in Gujarati that's been made, but I know about a few that are coming out. So, and they're very interesting and new. So, I think if people are going to continue experimenting, people don't mind. They watch everything on OTT because they're not losing anything and they can watch it anytime. So, hopefully, yes.
And contrary to Hindi या English, जहाँ पे ये कहा जाता है कि sex and crime are the only things that will sell, गुजराती में ऐसा नहीं है.
We sell entertainment
In fact,
complete.
it is commercial entertainment, and they
Which
try
is
to make
actually
it
better,
as
I think.
they try
I
to
would
make it
prefer
as family friendly as possible.
like no swearing, no
Yeah.
no violence.
Yeah, हमारे दोनों के जितने भी there was no violence surprisingly, and it is something that there is violence, but there was no violence. But anybody could watch it. So, but yeah, with once again something that the whole family can watch. So no unnecessary curse words being used or unnecessary profanity or sexual content.
All right. All right. So there's a twist in our such bowl today. So there is no bowl as such, but there will be a lot of such that will be coming out. And this time, both our guests are going to ask each other. They've actually made questions for each other. So I'll pass on Ojas's questions to Vyoma and Vyoma's questions to Ojas. So they're going to ask each other some questions. And
Do we shuffle these?
so here we begin with first question. Vyoma, you pick up one and please say the question loud.
Your biggest and most embarrassing moment in public. Oh, I have had so many. It's so hard to remember.
One that was terrific and you still remember, it still haunts.
It's a little gross, but I have motion sickness. So in Canada, whenever we used to go like long distances, sometimes initially we had to take the bus. And they don't just stop anywhere, you know. We can't just tell the driver कि यहाँ पे रोको ना, ऐसे नहीं हो सकता है. So I was insisting कि पप्पा वे उतरी जाइए नहीं मने चाली नहीं जाता रेशो. My dad's like, it's an hour away, you know. We can't just get down like that. So I was standing and the bus driver braked and I puked all over the bus floor.
Oh God.
But none of those people know me, so yeah.
All right, you
So do we
pick
go
up
one by one? Okay.
Yeah.
Anyone on this is so random. Anyone on your set or show who smelled really bad and you had to put up with it?
This is a fantastic question.
Yeah, but she didn't puke. So yeah, obviously yes, I've had.
Who though? That's what it means.
Who though? But you wouldn't know her. I mean, I don't remember her name anymore. It was for an ad a long time back, and I don't understand. I don't think she had a concept of
Smelling good. Or not smelling bad.
Just
That's also a big thing.
body odor in general. And it was, you know, it was a husband-wife wali ad thi, so close proximity and whatnot. And I said, just God, please don't make me faint on set.
Or I'll rather die.
Yeah. But क्या था कि वो by lunch time फिर ऐसा हो गया कि हाँ अब यही है. And I think my body itself just said कि okay, block.
Get acclimatized. Yeah.
And then just
That's one thing I cannot take, bad smell. Oh, my turn?
Yes.
Okay. Describe your
You have to read this loud. I am feeling
Please,
left
read it
out
out.
right now.
Describe your relationship with food. Describe your relationship with food. I know exactly why he wrote that. That's why I'm laughing so much. Food and I were just good friends. Actually, we are very, very good friends.
periodically good friends.
It's that ex that comes and goes all the time.
Yes. And,
I think sometimes I'm in the wrong profession because I have to watch what I eat, but everything I do in my life revolves around food. I have noticed that. I was just telling my mom or someone like that wherever I go, my motive is always food. No, I'm obsessed with eating.
You should see her eat seafood.
Oh, I'm a vegetarian.
Who is the one person from our industry you wouldn't want at your wedding? Probably those Jifa people. Yeah. क्योंकि वो मतलब वो बिना पैसों के तो होता नहीं कुछ वहाँ पे, और वहाँ पे कवर लेना होता है, देना थोड़ी होता है. तो yeah.
What is your worst habit that you will never let go of? Being too blunt.
You shouldn't let go of that. You breathe like that.
Yeah.
You don't want to suffocate yourself. Yeah.
If you could check accounts of producers, whose accounts would you pick? हमारे चाशनी के जो producer है मुन्ना जी शुक्ल, because he owns half of Surat. So yeah, so his account is something that I would definitely want to check. But yeah, he's amazing.
All right, cool.
If you had to pick one between Hyderabad and Mumbai, which one and why? Mumbai, obviously, because it's given me everything I have. And yeah, it just feels closer to home here.
All right.
If you could name one person who can replace you in our web series, who would it be? I think Maulik Nayak would be a wonderful performer for that role, that particular role that I did. I think he would be marvelous at it.
All right. Okay, cool. One last.
Have you ever accidentally walked into a gents washroom and used it? Not accidentally, purposely, and yes, used it. I have walked into a gents washroom many times when I really had to pee and the females, were taking too long, and I would just walk in and use it.
That's wrong.
Yeah.
तुम नहीं समझोगे, Ojas.
Absorb. हम नहीं समझेंगे. I've used female bathrooms.
तो પછી?
Who do you think could have done this interview better than Deepali? Me.
I knew it.
I knew you would say me.
Magar journalists are of the same tribe and they don't really, break
And
that.
they have territorial issues. Thank you so much.
Thank
guys.
you very much, and best wishes for all your future interviews of the Deecee show.
Thank you.
And you're gonna kill it.
Let's hope.
Thank you for watching this video, and if you've liked this video, then please
Like, share and subscribe.
to this channel.